Thiruvan Saranai. Thiruvan Saranai, dear Dhamma friends. Thiruvan Saranai, dear Dhamma friends. We will wait for some time until we gathered some of our friends. Dhamma friends, I think it is time to start. Thiruvan Saranai, good evening, dear Dhamma friends. I am Bhanthe Dhammalankara from Labnuru Kanda Forest Monastery, North Central Province in Sri Lanka, and I am very happy to talk with you the Dhamma of the Buddha. First of all, we invite to the Devas to join with us. Samanta Chakkavalesu Atra Gachantu Devata Saddhammang Munirajassa Sunantu Sagga Mokkadang Dhammasavana Kalu Ayang Badanta Dhammasavana Kalu Ayang Badanta Dhammasavana Kalu Ayang Badanta. Now let's pay our homage to the great teacher Samma Sambuddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Dear Dhamma friends, today I hope to discuss, I have to talk how to inherit Dhamma and how not to inherit Amisa. With the help of the Dhammadayada Sutta, discourse of Dhammadaya. There are so many Dhamma factors, so many important Dhamma factors in this Sutta. I will be unable to explain all those Dhamma factors in one sermon today. So therefore, I have to divide this Sutta into 3 parts. I have to divide into 3 parts. When I studied this Sutta, I was able to find 3 parts. First part, explain the Buddha. First part explained by the Buddha. And second part, most venerable Sariputta Mahathera preach. The third part, also Sariputta Mahathera explain about 8-fold path. The three part very important for our Dhamma practices. And today I hope to talk about first part, preached by the Buddha. Sorry, first and second part. I hope to discuss first and second part. We can see this sutta start like this: Dhamma dayada bhikkhave bhavata ma amisa dayada. Bhikkhus, be my heirs in Dhamma, not my heirs in amisa. That is how the sutta starts. Dhamma dayada bhikkhave bhavata. Be my heirs in Dhamma, not my heirs in amisa. Inherit to the Dhamma, do not inherit to the amisa. And depend on Dhamma, do not depend on amisa. That is what the Buddha wanted to Buddha explain, Buddha taught us. And Attime Tumhe Swanukampa. Out of compassion, I have taught. Out of compassion, Buddha taught this. And if you do not heirs in Dhamma, and if you heirs in amisa, you will be reproached. You will be blamed. Both you and I will be blamed. You and I will be reproached. That is how the Buddha started the sutta. Before we continue this sutta, before we continue this sermon, we should understand the difference of the amisa and Dhamma. We should understand the difference between amisa and Dhamma. In this case, what is meaning of in this case, what is Dhamma? The teachings of the Buddha. That is what the Dhamma. We can introduce so many factors as Dhamma. Mainly, Aryo Attangiko Maggo. You know about that? Aryo Attangiko Maggo, Eightfold Path. Chattari Arya Satchan, Four Noble Truth. Four Noble Truth. Chattari Arya Satchan. And there are another particular teaching, Sattis Bodhipakya Dhamma. 37 special Dhamma points, special factors that should be developed. It should that factors should be developed when we practice Dhamma. And there are another Vijja and Charana. Also, you can call Dhamma. Vijja and Charana. So, dear friends, you no need to understand all these factors, and you need to learn all these factors as Dhamma. You can select whatever factor, whatever part. These are the 4 factors, and there are some other factors as well. And what is amisa? Those are the Dhamma. And what is amisa? Chivara, in the path. Chivara means robes. As lay people, you have to clothing. And Pindapata means arms. Arms food. Pindapata means arms food. And Senasana, kuti, or apartment, or resting places, resorts. Senasana. And Gilanapache, medicinal requisites. Gilanapache, medicinal requisites. Those are the arms. Do not depend on these factors. When you make a decision, don't depend on these factors. Chivara Pindapatha Senasalagina, Gilanapache. Don't depend on these factors. When you select a teacher, you should not think about how much rich this monk or how much money this monk has. We should not think like that. And when we think about the Dhamma or the monastery, when we want to enter to the sasana or the monkhood, we should not think, can I have enough robes or comfortable robes or very precious robe, and can I have enough food? Can I have comfortable apartment, comfortable resorts, and can I have good medicine? We should not think that. We should not think like that. We should not consider about those things. That is what the Buddha wanted to teach us. These are the Amisa, Chivara, Pindapatha, Senasana, Gilam. And Dhamma, the Four Noble Truth, Eightfold Path, and Vijja and Charana. Vijja means wisdom. Charana means practicing part. Whatever part we can practice, we can learn. Then Buddha explained again, if you do not inherit to the Dhamma, if you inherit to the Amisa, you will be reproached. Both you and I will be reproached. And if you inherit to the Dhamma, and if you do not inherit to the Amisa, both you and I will be praised. I will be admired. That after that, Buddha explained again another story. Buddha wanted to, in this sermon, Buddha wanted to teach us the importance of the dedication. Buddha wanted to teach us how much we dedicate, how much we sacrifice to practice. That is what the Buddha wanted. And to teach that, pointed out some incident, some story. They said that because you suppose, you think, aham komi, Buddha. At that time, Buddha has completed his meal, no longer hungry, satisfied, no need more food. And Buddha has some extra food need to be thrown away. So at that time, two monks arrived to the Buddha, weak and hungry. Then Buddha said them to, because I have satisfied, I don't need more food. I have completed my meal. and I don't won't take any food. Then there are some extra food as well. So if you like to, you can eat this. Then one of those bhikkhus thought, Buddha has completed his meal. Buddha no need much food, and Buddha no need. Buddha has satisfied, and there are some extra food. There are some extra alms food. If you do not eat this, Buddha throw this away. But Buddha has teach us. Buddha has taught us. Dhammadayada bhikkhe bhata. Be my heirs in Dhamma, not my heirs in alms. That is how Buddha taught. Therefore, I don't want to eat this. Thinking like this, having thought like this, he rejected to eat that, and he spent that day and night weak and hunger. The second monk thought, Buddha has completed his meal. He no need more food. Buddha has satisfied, and there are some extra food. If we do not eat this, Buddha throw this away. So I eat this. After having this, I can spend the day and night, neither hunger nor weak. So he ate that food. He ate that alms food and spent that day and night, neither hunger nor weak. Although the second monk, having taken that food, spent that day and night, neither hunger nor weak, Buddha thoroughly admired the first monk. Buddha commended first monk. Why is that? What is the reason? Tankisa hetu. Why did the Buddha admire the first monk? Tankisa hetu. What is the reason? Tangitassa bhikkhave bhikkhuno hoti dīgarattam apicchāya. That is the reason. That method, that dedication helps to that monk apicchāya to reduce wishes. With so many wishes, with lots of wishes, we cannot practice Dhamma. We cannot practice meditation. Sorry, we cannot practice bhavana. To practice bhavana, we should have few wishes, few hopes. That is why Buddha admired that first bhikkhu. And santuttitaya, that dedication, that abandon helps him to santuttitaya. That means happiness. That dedication helps him to happiness. And sallekataya, that dedication helps in effacement. That means sallekataya means to eradicate defilements, to find out defilements. That dedication, that abandoning helps that first bhikkhu to eradicate defilements. And viryarambataya, that abandoning, that dedication helps that first bhikkhu to start or continue the bhavana. That is why Buddha admired the first bhikkhu, because of that abandoning. So after saying this, again Buddha emphasized, therefore bhikkhus, be my heirs in Dhamma, not my heirs in alms. Be inherit to the Dhamma. Do not inherit to the Dhamma. Do not inherit to the alms. Depend on Dhamma. Do not depend on alms. Saying this, Buddha went to a particular monastery. Tayasana Viharam Pavisi. Buddha went to the particular monastery. Most Venerable Sariputta Mahathir was there. And he wanted to continue with sermon. Therefore he asked, bhikkhus, dear bhikkhus, Ittavatanukovasu Sattu Pavitra Savirto Savaka Vietnam Sikkanti. He asked, how can we recognize the monks who lives in seclusion? What are the reason? To inherit the Dhamma? Why we can't inherit the Dhamma? Then he source that reason in this sutta. First one, Sattu Pavitra Savirta Savaka Vivek Nam Sikkan. While even the Buddha lives in seclusion. Or the Pavitra means Kaya Viveka Chitta Viveka. It's very special word. Pavitra, Paviveka, Kaya Viveka Chitta Viveka. Kaya Viveka means the freedom of the body. The freedom or the free. And Chitta Viveka means freedom of the mind. We can see there are so many ceremonies, so many programs. There is chanting ceremony, dana ceremony, puja ceremony. There are so many ceremonies. With those ceremonies, we can't practice seclusion. We can't experience Kaya Viveka and Chitta Viveka. Hindrance. The first reason why we can't depend on Dhamma, why we have to depend on Amisa. First reason, don't want to spend don't want to train the seclusion, don't want to experience Kaya Viveka, Chitta Viveka. The first reason. And second one, do not abandon what the Buddha advised to abandon. Do not abandon what the Buddha advised to abandon. Buddha has advised his disciple to abandon some phenomena, some places and some person, some thoughts. Buddha has advised us to abandon some thoughts and some phenomena. So if we do not abandon them, we have to inherit to the armies. We are unable to inherit the Dhamma. And next one, we can some more Venerable Sariputta Mahathera explain. Lead us to backslide and collect so many things. Bahaulike, collect so many things. He needs lots of parikar, lots of goods, but it is not suitable. Therefore, we have to. Therefore, the disciples have to inherit to the armies. And next time, don't care about the Vinay rules and regulations. Do not care about Vinay. Those are the reasons. If any disciples with these bad qualities, he have to inherit the armies. He do not inherit the Dhamma. And the Sariputta Mahathera pointed out 3 group of monks: Thera Bhikkhu, Majjhima Bhikkhu, Nava Bhikkhu. These 3 groups have to reproach it, because if they with these bad qualities, do not consider how much they aged, how much they all, do not consider. And do not consider I am very new. Don't think about that. Do not consider about those things. If you new monk or new disciple, or if you are very old disciple, don't consider that. If you with these bad qualities, you have to you will be able to reproach it. You will be able to blame it. You will be. And what is the, how can we what are the reasons? How can we recognize the person who the monks who depend on Dhamma? While Buddha, in those days, while Buddha lives in seclusion, there was some monk, they also lived in seclusion. Therefore, if anyone try to experience Kaya Viveka and Chitta Viveka, they are inherited the Dhamma. You can inherit the Dhamma with the Kaya Viveka and Chitta Viveka. And that means you should not wish. There are some monks, they don't have so many programs, so many ceremonies, so many constructions. Only few works, only few activities they have. they have only few activities, then they can inherit the Dhamma. And they abandon what the Buddha advised to abandon. There are some places, some people Buddha advised us to abandon, and there are some thoughts, kama vitakka, vyapada vitakka, vihinsa vitakka. We should abandon them. That's the second. There are some disciples, they abandon those phenomena. And next one, leaders to complete the Vinaya rules. As lay people, when you think about the Vinaya rules, you will find it's very difficult. There are 227 Vinaya rules for the bhikkhus. When you see these rules, you will find this is very difficult to practice. But as monk, when we practice these rules, when we live with these rules, it is very helpful. It is very helpful rules. Therefore, if any monk try to practice these Vinaya rules and try to live with these Vinaya rules, he inherited Dhamma. He depend on Dhamma. And there are some monks, they don't have so many things. They don't collect so many things. They like live with few things. If anyone like to live with few of things, he is he can inherit the Dhamma. We can recognize that monk is inheriting to the Dhamma. And that is how most venerable Sariputta Mahathir preached. So, if you are new disciple or if you are old disciple, if you are very experienced disciple, you will be admired if you have these qualities, if you have these good qualities. And if you have these good qualities, you hears in Dhamma. You hears in Dhamma. That is how hears in Dhamma. If you practice one of these good qualities, you can start inheriting the Dhamma. So now I have to stop the discuss the sutta. There are another part about eightfold path, but I don't hope to discuss that part. It's very important part. There are 16 defilements. With the help of the eightfold path, we can eradicate those defilements. But today I don't hope to discuss that part. So I stop the sutta now. I am very happy to answer any of your questions. So we have come to the end of the sermon. Let's do Anumodana. I would like to take the permission to speak the name Most Venerable Mankadawala Dasana Thera and Most Venerable Mankadawala Nandaratana Thera and Most Venerable Putmale Markasapa Thera and Bhikkhu Pesala Bhanthe Sudasso Ayasoma and all the residents of the monastery as well as those who participated in the Dhamma talk in person and online and all sentient beings. Ettavata cha ammehi sambhatang punya sampadang sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. I shall see you next session and I am blessing all of you. Abhivadana Silisa Nichang Buddha Pachaino Chattaro Dhamma Vaddanti Ayuvanno Sukang Balang Ayurarogya Sampatti Sagga Sampatti Mevacha Ato Nibbana Sampatti Iminate Samijjatu. Therefore, Sarnai, all Dhamma friends, and good night. Anyway, there is one question. I will send the answer after some time this question. Therefore, Sarnai, all of you.